What's up? So, dude, it looks like a bloodbath today. Welcome to Tuesday morning. This is the first show, October 22nd. If you want to call, just call the number. I got that going on. Just starting this out. We're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna do this for a little while. We got a grander plan here, but anyway, dude, the fucking futures are down like 400 points right now. Really, it's down 433 points. The Dow futures. Looking like the Dow's going to open up at 2488.61. The S&P's down 42 points. So the Dow's down 1.7% pre-market. The S&P's down 1.53%. The Nasdaq 1.84. Caterpillar and 3M missed their earnings. LMT's profits, Lockheed Martin's profits rise 17%. The weed bubble looks to have burst. China had a sell-off last night of 2.5%. Hasbro pushed 50 million in orders to the fourth quarter because of a supply chain problem. Gold went up. There are some formations that I want to talk about. It looks like AMD, Microsoft, Square, Bosch Health all have dead cat balances, and they're about to report. So it's going to be interesting seeing what those do. But the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq are all sitting on Head and Shoulders. They all closed on Head and Shoulders last night, and to see them down 424 points, 41 points, and 130 points is not surprising. I mean, it's an algorithm-driven market, and right now we're watching algorithms work. And CAT went down because of a bad forecast. Verizon beat because phone subscriber estimates were up. Pre-market across the stocks, the futures just bounced back a little bit. We'll get back to that. We'll see how this opens. But pre-market looks like 3M is down like 7.5%. Caterpillar's down 8.5%. Chipotle's down only 0.75. Hasbro's down another 1%. Anything green? I know that McDonald's was green for a little while there. McDonald's flash for me. I don't know. I can't. Oh, McDonald's is up 2.5. But yeah, that's the day here. It looks like it's going to be a red day. You got Head and Shoulders. You got really bad charts out there. If you got really bad charts. Let's just look at the Dow. I mean, it looks like it's going to be free money to just buy some puts on some of these things. Because look at this. I mean, look at this chart. This is a blatant Head and Shoulders right here. And so that was a Head and Shoulders at 25.37. So the Dow sitting at almost at 440 points later. So we're way down here. The head and shoulder went off. I mean, which makes this look like a dead cat bounce, which is not good long term. So Dow's getting crushed. Elon Musk is going to report tomorrow, so we're going to get the pleasure of having another one of his conference calls. What's this looking like? Hey, look, you got a Tesla sign. That's pretty neat. But yeah, again, you could make that out to be a Head and Shoulders. But dude, it's just not looking strong overall. It's just nothing looks strong. There's no real strength. You might have gotten a double top right there. It's a total breakdown. It looks like a total breakdown. And a long-term Head and Shoulders, if this is shoulder one, you could call that a head with a head dip. Then you got this over here. I mean, it's like a bearish cup and handle or something. It's not looking good for Tesla. It's not looking good for anything. I'm not just trying to pick on Tesla. But Tesla should crumple. McDonald's beat. So, I mean, what was McDonald's set up heading into this? Yeah, you see, they kind of held up here when everything else fell. Everything else fell here. McDonald's was strong, but we'll see how that goes. McDonald's probably go red today just because the market's going to end up being down like 800 points or some ridiculous number. I could just see it happening. But Verizon beat. Verizon's up almost 2% pre-market. Just again, if you guys had anything to say, you can call the number. You can put it in the chat. We'll talk about something. We'll look at something. My plan is to do these shows like 3 or 4 times a day, talking about the major news, the major movers, give you my insight a little bit, not too much, but you got questions or whatever, at least we'll make it a group chat thing. But yeah, so it's looking bad. The Saudis are having their press conference or their conference or their meetings or whatever. There's a major hurricane about to slam into Mexico. In Mexico, you got that caravan coming up to America. So the global economics right now, you have the global politics, I guess you should say, is the Saudis are in a massive conference that it seems like the West is boycotting. The West is more boycotting that than anything. And so that's going on. You have the Mexican caravan just conveniently timed to cross the U.S. border on Election Day. You have a hurricane about to slam into Mexico. It's like a Category 4. You had a string of earthquakes off the coast of Seattle or Vancouver or something out in the ocean last night that were unusual. So someone did some testing or something happened that was unusual. We haven't seen a lot of that. They haven't seen a lot of that. Australia's been doing really good. Australia's had a lot of good jobless claims. A lot of they've been recovering strong. I don't know about recovering, but China. I've seen a lot of positive things coming out of Australia lately. Gold has been up. Oil has dropped in the last few hours. Oil's gone down. We're gonna open here in like 8 minutes. Verizon, thinking of looking at calls. Should I wait a little? Dude, I would let Verizon. I would let the whole market calm down. I wouldn't be buying calls right now. No way. I'm not buying calls. Dude, if anything, I'm buying puts on AMD. I'm buying weekly AMD puts deep out of the money. I'm buying the ones that, I mean, you're gonna have the IV on them, but dude, I think the semiconductors are kind of overpriced right now. Or they overbuilt their market a little bit. I think the AMD might have been on the top of its like bubble chart. What I would do, dude, my plays right now are, and dude, I don't like going bearish on anything, but I think the AMD puts are a really safe place to be. Dude, even with the earnings tomorrow or tonight or tomorrow, but dude, AMD puts, Microsoft puts look safe. I mean, dude, all these things are reporting this week, which is so crazy to say it. But if the market's gonna move like that with the setups that are out there, like, dude, look at some of these charts, man. So I'll just pull up. I mean, dude, Verizon reported well. The long term's fine. It looks like they're going to be stable. They'll weather the storm today, but I think that there's easier money to be made. And some of the setups that I'm looking at is even if you just bought DIA, which are going to be overpriced, don't do that. But AMD didn't go down too much pre-market, right? So and they're reporting, so there's going to be a lot of IV either way. Actually, they're down 4% pre-market. But I mean, dude, just. Yeah, look at, there is no strength in this chart. It's falling down this slope. And if you look at right here, dude, it's like, dude, it's not catching itself every time it drops. You got another 10-point move down. I wouldn't be surprised to see AMD at 18 before Thanksgiving. So, and it's really nothing to do with any kind of thing that AMD does. It's just the way these algorithms go. So, I'm thinking that on I think that's the safest play. You take the most volatile, most bullish stock of a month ago or 2 months ago, and you just short it right back to where it was. And it will make it back to 30 at some point, but I don't think I don't think anyone could just turn around and start pumping money into AMD again. And I think that, if anything, people who made money all the way up are just going to cash out instead of waiting another year to have any kind of return. So that's what I think about AMD. I think that shit, that's almost free money. Square, on the other hand, so Square got beaten up, right? And I was all bullish on Square not too long ago. I was talking about Square and how good of a thing Square is. That is a dead cat bounce. I mean, all right, so yeah, they got a really, really bad 1-2 punch with the market sell-off and the CFO leaving. The guy left for personal reasons. Like, they go take a CEO job somewhere else. He wanted to further his career. Dude, look at that. I mean, that is a dead cat bounce. And so, if the market sells off again, which is looking like it's going to happen, this is down another 4% pre-market. I think that thing could just plummet. That could be down here in like the 60 range, 50 range even. I mean, wiping out a whole year of gains, and it's kind of wild to think about it like that. But dude, I just see no strength in this market right now. And I'm usually a really hardcore bull. But dude, think about the things that have gone on. There's nothing bullish to look at here. Anyway, yeah, Square's getting the shit kicked out of it. AMD is getting the shit kicked out of it. I just think the rug's going to get pulled out from under these companies. General Electric's going to get beat. Johnson & Johnson just acquired some company. They're down. Acquired some drug. Activision's been having quite a time lately with IVs, but some capital report came out saying China's entrance into the WTO cost the U.S. 3.4 million jobs, and for some reason I'm just now seeing on all these websites about how this trade war could now revive American manufacturing. How am I just seeing this? I mean, how is that coming out today? Is that a joke? But wasn't that the whole point? Wasn't he talking about that 2 years ago? But anyway, those stories just came out today. So people look good about the trade war. I guess the big guys got their shorts in, but it looks like it's all going down. It looks like it's all coming down. And there's not much you can do but watch. You can just try to make money on the way down. The Dow opening at 2485.8 is not going to be a good time for anyone involved. Anyway, let's pull up a one-day chart. What am I going to look at? What am I going to look at right now? I'm going to look at 3M. Alright, so 3M is looking to open up at 1887. Just pop this out, full screen this, transition. Alright, we got a minute to open here. See how this goes. Save a lot. There goes the bell. Alright. It's right out the gate. Right out the gate. People are going on? The battle between the Bulls and the Bears. 3M. I want to see if this just tanks down to 10%. We gotta check the Dow too. You gotta look at all this. I mean, what's AMD doing? Bearish. AMD's down. AMD's dropping. It's at 23.94. Yesterday it closed at like 25.50. I mean, look at that. It is just bleeding. But it's coming back a little bit. Really a nasty day. Really a nasty day. Oh, dude, AMD's coming back. It's about to go to even. What? Alright, well, it's going into earnings. Place your bets. Anyway, when you look at charts, you get quiet time. And, let come up for good. Shit. Fault the So the Dow's down. It came back a little bit. It's not down 400 points right now. It's down 390. Well, it's down 400 points. It's down percent, 1.6%. The S&P is down 1.5%. The NASDAQ 1.7%. If this is as good as it can get, that's not a good thing. All these charts are bearish. All these charts are going down. Caterpillar's down like 5%. It's a train wreck. Everything's about to die. Square is down 4%. Bosch is down 2.5%. AMD's down 3%. MU's down another almost 5%. AMD is trading below 38 now. Chegg is down to 25.15. It's down 1.5%. McDonald's is up. McDonald's is green. One of three things I see green right now is McDonald's. It's having a 3% day. What's Verizon doing? Verizon's up 3%. So it was good off the gate. I wouldn't touch calls on that. I'm just not buying calls today. I think today is the day for puts. Well, yesterday was the day for puts. But Caterpillar's down almost 8%. 3M is down almost 6.5%. Raytheon Boeing reports tomorrow and they're down 2%. Chegg, everything's down. Canopy's down. Canopy's down another 8%. So they're trading at 38 now. That's not 8%. Maybe it was from last night's close, but I don't think it was. Bosch is down 3%. Amazon is down 2.5%. They're reporting at the end of the week. Alibaba's down 3.2%. The banks are all down. Microsoft's down almost 3%. Netflix is down almost 3%. The whole market's down almost 3%, except for the Dow. The Dow's probably getting dragged up by McDonald's. But Tesla's up. That's unusual. Tesla's up. Well, I guess it's not unusual, but Tesla's up percent. Elon Musk got his Twitter account suspended last night. They thought that there was no way that was an actual CEO posting about how he loves anime. But yeah, so I mean that's just so stupid. Logitech is down 8.85. They reported last night. I guess they missed. But they're trading at their day's high. So it got really bad for them. And they were trading at their day's high today. 3M's getting close to its day's highs too. The Dow's starting to make a little bit of a comeback here. We're only down 340 points. Yeah, so that's out the gate. Looks like everything might get the Dow's trying to make a little comeback here. It's slowly but steadily increasing. What Dow stocks are making a comeback? So Boeing's trading towards its high. 3M is trading towards its high. McDonald's is trading towards its high. So the Dow's making a little bit of a comeback here. And the SPY is following it. The NASDAQ is trading at its high of day. It's getting there. Johnson & Johnson went green. Philip Morris is green again. They introduced the new smokeless cigarette. Hasbro's down 2%. Anyone trading at their low of day? Not on my watch list for the most part. Yeah, see, everyone's kind of near the high of day here, so we might be looking at a little rally back to even. Wouldn't that be something? The volume on some of these companies are getting really high. We already got 2.5 million volume on Verizon. We got almost 1 million on McDonald's, and we're almost 10 minutes into the day. So you got 4 million people trading in Canopy right now. It looked like the fucking weed bubble burst, though. It looks like the weed bubble burst. So that's not good. I mean, dude, it'll be fine, but it was a little bit of a bubble leading up to the anticipation of legal weed in Canada. But something. Anyway, that's the morning show. I'll be back at 11 o'clock, 11:15 to talk about where the market goes after that. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.